spot on. Nantucket needs to get the score back even as quick as possible, because Hull can, the old phrase, take the air out of the ball if they get the lead and the clock becomes a factor. Right now the clock is not a factor. We're only starting the second half, but thinking down the line that if Hull stays ahead as we get late into the game, the clock is going to become their friend.
So here's Austin Starr facing off against Joe Coffey. Up with it is number 17, that's Tyler Brown for Hull. So Hull goes on possession to start the second half with a 2-goal lead. Nice job by Brown. He subs in for Fern Berry.
First time all year that I've seen Nantucket play, probably close to a half dozen times, that they are not dominating on the face-off side of the ball. Hull is taking that aspect of the game away from the Whalers, winning the majority of the face-offs.
So Whalers look like they've started the second half in their zone defense. Hull moving around the perimeter. Got a cutter there on the crease now. Looking to the weak side. Shot goes wide. That's a nice play. The skip pass to the attackman on the far side. Coughlin shoots it high and wide. The only trouble with this zone defense is hard to back up shots.
Yeah, Hull knew it was coming, and they had their man right in position. They lost one today like that. I don't think they're going to lose another one.
So Whalers packing it in the middle. Hull working around the outside now. Number 9 behind is Ryan Hanlon. Up top is Fern Berry. Ball goes in the middle. McVicker now. We got a holding call on the Whalers. Ball goes back to Nantucket.
Where did the holding call come? I didn't see that.
I never saw it either.
Tough possession to lose. Now you give them a second chance.
Watch the cutters, boys!
It's like giving a team 4 outs and 1 in, and nothing good ever comes out of it.
Well, we've almost taken 2 minutes here off the clock here. Hull's content to let the clock run here.
Yeah, they're already taking the air out of the ball here. They're going to slow it right down. As long as they keep this lead, they're going to play this way the rest of the game. It's going to be a frustrating type of situation for the Nantucket defense. They're just going to wait for a guy to pop open and take the shot.
There you go. Give Downey a great save. Number 10 Barry with the shot from up top.
Big save there. Chris Perry talked about the goalies at halftime, and they keep it up here. I don't like them holding the ball this long, though.
Bartlett with it. Now Willett touches it in. Gets it to Gambroni. Nice clear by the Whalers now. So 2.5 minutes off the clock, but no goal there for Hull. So let's see what the Whalers do with the ball now. Gambroni to Small.
Let's see if Nantucket has set up a different offense. They've had trouble scoring so far. Let's see if they can get a good look here and make this a one-goal game.
Behind. You're right, midfielder behind. Look at that. 3 guys came to him, and nobody for Nantucket moved.
Exactly.
Gambroni with it in traffic.
Boy, that was a forced pass. They were lucky to retain possession on that. But as you said, when Small had 3 guys on them, somebody should have came to get the ball because they had numbers elsewhere.
Exactly.
Burton now. Duarte on the far side. Darien goes for a run. Goes through X. Turns back. Give the keeper a save.
Nice move by Duarte there, but he couldn't sneak it by him.
Keeper kept his position nicely there on the near post. Oh, nice play. Cam Bartlett there. Allows Small to come up with the ball. So Whalers have it back now, but now almost 4 minutes gone in the quarter. Another good save for Weber. Oh, good check, Burton. Ball down. Duarte out with it. Unsettled situation. Oh, nice strip check there. Number 19 is Jake DeHill. Duarte showed him too much of a stick. And here goes Oliveri with it in the attacking zone. He touches it in now. Under 8 minutes left in the third. Still 6-4. No goals yet in the third, Dick.
And Nantucket Had their chances there now. Hull's going to milk the clock again, bring it down.
Barry with it. Watched by Small. Hull calls 0. Nice play there by 11, Oliveri, to get the shot off, but he shoots it over the net.
A little bit of a foreshot there, I thought, but Hull might.
Oh, Whalers got lucky there. They substituted. Terrain just now getting back in the play. A good save by Downey off of Froyo.
Downey keeping the Whalers in the game right now. This Hull's putting some pressure on.
22 from 11. Give the goal to Joe Coffey. Assist to Oliveri. Time of the goal 6:45.
So the first goal of the second half was going to be huge, and Hull gets it. So instead of a 1-goal game, if Nantucket could have got it, it becomes a 3-goal game. And now you got to all of a sudden start watching the clock, Jeremiah, because they took a chunk of time off of that, almost half the period, and they get the goal.
Fighting for the face-off now. Oh, it's a push on Davidson. Yeah, ball goes to Hull. That's a good call. 6.5 now, left in the third, 7-4 Hull.
Look at this.
Oh, lucky break there, he dropped the ball. Bartlett with it now.
Let's see if Nantucket can answer.
Good job.
Hull settles and keeps them all out.
Harnischfeger, now Burton. Burton in traffic. Shoots. Ball goes over. Oh, Duarte gets out hustled to the ball. That's too bad. Nice play there by 19. Jake to Hill.
Yeah, it was Duarte's ball just to run for it. He tried to pick it up instead of racing it out of bounds.
Nice check by Gambroni, though. Can't knock it loose. Cooklands with it. Oh, nice dodge. Cooklands goes to goal. Oh, great check by Davidson to come out with it there. Gets it into Downey. There's a flag down. That'll be unnecessary roughness on number 1 there, Kyle Cooklands. Or what?
So we're going to have a man up here. For how long, we'll find out.
All right, so he calls a 30-second technical hold. I don't know how that was a hold, sir, but Whalers with the man up now for 30 seconds. Need to get one back.
Let's see where they get the ball from.
Small with it at midfield there.
All right, good.
Gambroni up top now. Burton now. Terrain.
Big save.
Good save. Shot it right at his numbers, though. You got to bounce it or put it higher. Oh, there's a flag down on Nantucket.
I think the penalty was called before he went down.
All right, so they got Terrain on a slash for 1 minute.
That's a frustration penalty there because he was frustrated at his shot hitting the goalie in the numbers. And he comes back and tries to make it all happen himself, but he picks up the penalty. So now they'll be even just for a few seconds, and then Hull will go up.
4 seconds left on the Hull penalty, and then 56 seconds for man up for the Pirates.
This could be a huge sequence in this game here. Hull already up by 3. You don't want to go down by 4 here late in the third period.
All right, so Cooklands is out of the box now. Hull with a man advantage here. 47 seconds left in the penalty. Nice job, Ben Lombardi there to come over to double team. Kuchlin's up with it. Watched by Willett. Oliveri up top. No, that's Barry, beg your pardon.
Even with the man advantage, Hull's in no hurry to take a shot. Davidson almost got the steal.
So the Whalers kill the penalty. Duarte now down on defense.
So Hull does not get a shot off on the penalty, but they're just as happy taking the time off the clock.
3.5 now left in the third. 7-4 Hull.
Nantucket does not want to go into the fourth period down 3, and certainly not more than 3. They got to get the ball back and get themselves a goal here. Get this back in the 2-goal range quick as possible.
Oliveri shot, score. That's a great shot and a penalty after the goal. We'll see if it's wiped out. Oliveri unassisted. Time of the goal 3:15 makes it 8-4. All right, so the penalty's wiped out by the goal. Give the goal to Oliveri. His third of the day to go with 1 assist.
Each one of the co-captains, midfielder, and Hull has the game going just the way they want now. Who would have thunk that the Whalers would only have 4 goals here as the third period wind down?
And that JT didn't have one.
JT not on the scoring column yet. He does have an assist, but no goals.
Ball's loose. Alex Small out with it. He gets tripped. No call. Offsides. Whalers are offside right in front of the ref. Now he sees it.
He's out of the box! He's out of the box! Flag was down. Number 4 was offside. Offside.
That's the right call. Whalers offside there. So Hull with a 30-second advantage here. Time of the penalty 2:51.
So Nantucket back a man down. Hull have 30 seconds here. They're going to look to get a shot before this 30 seconds is up. They can really take the air out of the wheel of scoring another one here.
So you can't.
They had the setup.
He was there.
Wide open in the middle.
You got it.
Wide open in the middle. He just shot that one over the net.
Oh, good save for Downey. Got a piece of that now. Penalties expired. So a couple good shots, but nothing in the net.
2:20 to go
score.
on this. Check out the Sea Grill, now serving dinner 7 nights a week. Friday and Saturdays, $9. Apps at the bar, both bars, 9 to 10. The Sea Grill.
Good save by Downey there. Whalers up with it.
Come on, Keegan, come on, come on!
Oh no!
Almost,
So McVicker
almost a
going for it
replay.
here.
Lackadaisical.
Almost a replay of the goal they
Throws it
gave
out
up
of
earlier
bounds.
today.
Nobody moving to help the keeper there. Everybody running away from him. So 1:50 now left in the third. Hull back in possession.
Coach wanted a timeout, he didn't get it.
No.
Shot by Ryan Hanlon goes wide.
141, Nantucket down by 4. Things are not looking good here for the Whalers as Hull has outplayed them so far in this game.
Ouch. Willett stopped that with his leg. He doesn't call it goal. Looks like it hit 2 pipes. Heck of a shot there by Oliveri. No goal. Burton with it now.
Here we go. This has been Nantucket's offense today, Burton.
Can't find Duart.
Trying to shuffle to Duart, didn't get it there. Tries to flip it back to the goalie, and that almost went in.
Well, I'm looking for an attackman to step up there and be the point on the fast break. An attackman's got to show for the ball and ask for it. Burton, with all that speed, ran right into traffic, and nobody helped him. Flag on JT there. Ball's down.
JT
so we'll have a
the
slash
box.
on JT. Gambroni off for a minute with a slash. Time of the penalty 30 seconds.
So I think Hull will just hang on to this without taking a shot.
Either that or take a couple with a good backup here and then just possess it at the end of the quarter, like you say, Dick.
So they'll only take a shot when they know they're going to get the ball back. But they may not even attempt a shot here, knowing that they can open the 4th period with the ball.
So like you said, Dick, now Hull going to hold the ball here, run out the clock, and take the possession here to start the 4th.
They're not even a chance. They're not even a chance losing the ball. They want the ball to start the 4th period, and they're going to make the game shorter by taking 30 more seconds off the clock.
Cookland's with it now. Going to run out the clock. And that's the end of the 3rd period with the score on the field. The Hull Pirates 8, your Nantucket Whalers 4.
So Hull just took the time off the clock. Right now, the time is more valuable to them, and they are in the position that they hope to be. They got the type of team that I've seen so far that can keep the ball away from Nantucket. It's that old frustrating game that we all played as kids in the backyard when Big Brother would keep the ball away from Little Brother for hours at a time. And Hull is going to set this game up that way, I believe. They got the 4-goal lead. Nantucket really hasn't generated an offense today. They got the 4 goals, but all 4 of them have been off individual efforts. What we got 1 assist on 4 goals?
We got Gambroni with an assist and Harnischfeger with an assist. You're right.
How many assists does Hull have in their goals?
They've got 4 assists on the 4 goals. So you're right. Hull moving the ball better. I just see Nantucket's lack of real competition during the regular season affecting them here today because they're not used to the way Hull doubles the ball and then they recover really well. So Nantucket's ball movement not quick enough to outpass the defense right now.
I don't have Hull's schedule in front of me, but talking to a couple of the assistant coaches and the head coaches, teams that played this year, Hanover, they're the 1 seed, Cohasset, they're the 3 seed, Sandwich, they're Division 2.
Situate they play too, right?
Situate is Division 2. They mentioned those 2 of the better teams they played. Nantucket, on the other hand,
Rockland
played Falmouth, they're Division 2. North Reading, they were Division 3. They made the tournament as a 6th seed up in Division 3. They've been knocked out. Triton knocked them out, I think, Saturday 9-8. So
we go to the 4th period here now.
4th period, Nantucket needs some magic now. They need to come back, and the old cliche is the only way you have a good comeback is get way behind, and they're way behind right now.
All right, so Hull on a man advantage here. 30 seconds left in the penalty to start the period. Here comes Davidson out of the pack. He's up with it.
Nice fake there.
So coach takes a timeout here. 7 seconds left in the penalty. Whalers with the ball looking to get a nice clear set up here.
Why would he take a timeout right then and there, though?
Because he didn't want to lose possession there, Dick.
Oh,
Gino.
I guess he didn't realize what a great move he put on those 2.
I think he was calling the timeout before the two guys ran into each other. If he waited one more second, I agree with Eugene. If he waited one more second, why waste the timeout there? Because Natty had breaking away from them because the two of them ran into each other, and he could have killed the rest of the penalty himself before even making the pass. But so be it. They can get the ball right here. They should be able to kill the last 7 seconds and get the ball back on offense and try to get some offense going. They need offense to win this game now.
Right. Well, he'll give the ball to Terrain here now. Put the ball in the stick of a fast midfielder. 7 seconds remaining on Gambaroni's penalty.
Well, Terrain could score before the 7 seconds up. That's how fast he is.
So they'll put two guys on Terrain right here. Let's see who helps him. Alex over there on the far side.
He's not going to try to run the field until he gets the man advantage. There he goes now.
So you can't stop what you can't see here. Terrain just runs around. That's an offside call right in front of the ref. He missed the offside. Number 9 ran over the line right in front of the official there. No call. Small with it.
Nantucket needs a goal here. They need a goal. They're going to make this a game.
Gambroni with it. He gets stripped. Nice play there, number 20, Tyler Weber.
20 is really taking JT out of his game and the Whaler game. Whaler's going to break there, though. They're going to get the ball back.
That's not the game, though. The game isn't him taking it around the net. It's him passing it to somebody open.
Small wants to go to the goal. Dodges once. Can't get through the 4th and 5th guy.
Yeah. Too many blue shirts here to go through them all.
Here goes Fernberry with it. Burton watching him. No call. Oh, Downey with the interception. Downey throws it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Burton was gassed there. He had no air. He couldn't help him out on the clear.
But the Pirates' eyes lit up as they see the goalie trying to weave himself up the field. They're all trying to get a shot at him.
So 10 minutes now left in the game. Hull with the ball in a 4-goal lead, 8-4.
They're going to be in no hurry whatsoever. Hull's going to have to make errors, which they haven't done today, for Nantucket to get the ball back, because they are a very good passing team, a very good moving team. There's a drop pass, but nobody was on them.
So 22 is Joe Coffey. Far side 11 is Christian Oliveri. So the Whalers going to come out of their zone now and go man.
Everybody's moving, right?
Oliveri looks to go. Good help by Burton. Oliveri somehow held on to it, took 2 body checks and still got the shot off, but the shot went wide. So
boy, he got a whack on the head there. I'm surprised there's no
Hanlon with the
call on
backup.
that.
Hull bench calls Indy. Burton knocks it loose. That's a push from behind, no call. Play on situation, Hull back with it. Oliveri with it. He's a player of the game so far for me, Dick. Christian Oliveri, number 11. We knew that coming in.
Yeah, him on the offensive end. I like 20 on the defensive end. The big kid that seems to be on JT most of the time.
Great save by Downey. Rob's number 20 there. Weber.
Oh, that was not a good time to pass that.
Cookland shoots it high. Nice job by McVicker to come over and stop that shot. 8 minutes now, 8 minutes left in the game.
Now the clock is Nantucket's enemy, and Hull is just going to keep bringing it down. They're starting to smell victory here.
Oliveri goes around 2 guys, shoots and scores. Give Oliveri the goal, his 4th of the day. Time of the goal 7:41, 9-4 now.
Up and coming face-off brought to us by Island Lumber. Rebates for any paint bought in the last 2 weeks. Check it out at Island Lumber. On the net, www.islandlumber.net. So that was a dagger, Jeremiah. I know there's still time left in this game, but the way Nantucket has been playing and the way Hull has been playing, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. 7:41, still plenty of time here, but they have not been playing a game today, and you got to credit Hull. We're talking about the Hull offense. I think it's the Hull defense that's winning the game.
Well, you're right. If JT'd only have 1 point in that, an assist only, so Natty with a push on a loose ball here.
When's the last time JT hasn't scored a goal in the game?
So Whalers getting frustrated here. Things not going their way.
It's always tough to lose your final game of the year, and that usually means you're in the tournament. Only one team wins the tournament, but Nantucket, I think, thought with the 2 home games that it certainly would advance to the semifinals. Last year they went to the finals, right? They lost to what? Situate last year? Norwell last year in the finals.
So a really young team, the Whalers, a lot of freshmen on the board. I mean, we're going to lose JT and some of the seniors, Alex Small, but bright future here with some of these younger kids. Shot by Kuklins goes wide.
So this will be the final sporting event of the spring season if Nantucket cannot make a big comeback. The softball team traveled yesterday to Norfolk, and Norfolk handled them easily, 12-1. Big collision there.
Nice save by Downing. I think he's got McVicker with a hit from behind there.
Let's see what the call is. Hitting too hard? Did I hear him say hitting too hard? I didn't know that was a penalty.
Stop for a second. He was in a vulnerable position. He was defenseless. Whether he hit him here, last week, the kid has no way to protect himself. No way.
So I disagree with this referee. You can't. Well, he hit him in the back should be the call. He said he hit him in the back. Not that he's defenseless. If you get your head down and the ball's at your feet, it's time to get knocked down. So.
But the other official was saying hitting too hard. What do you mean hitting too hard? I've never heard that as a call.
No, it was a penalty. I thought it was on McVicker from a hit from behind. He's got Gambroni for some made-up call. I'm not sure.
But as you say, it should have been a different call than the way he's explaining it. Doesn't help. Anyways, Hull takes a timeout here. One thing the Hull coach wants to make sure his team does is keep it going the same way, and he does not want them to get into any crazy arguments, fights, pushes where you can lose the next game. Hull needs players the next round. The winner of this game is going to be heading up to play the winner of the Hanover-Norwell game. Hanover, the #1 seed, should handle Norwell today, but we don't know. That game is going to be played Wednesday up at, I think, they go to neutral sites now. I think the neutral sites for Division III South is Marshfield High School. On the other bracket, you have the #2 seed Cardinal Spellman home today against Bishop Stang. They will go against the winner of the probably the best game in the brackets going on. The #3 Cohasset home against number 6 Abington. So a lot of good teams left in this tournament, Nantucket being one of them, but they are down by 5 here with only 6:13 to go, and they need pretty much a miracle to come back on this one. Down a man here too now for a minute.
So like you say, Hull in possession here, man up. 6 minutes now left in the game. Hull's just content to take the air out of the ball. Watch that clock tick down.
Yeah, the coach might have said, don't worry about even taking a shot.
Look at
Unless you get that.
That pass. That was amazing. Oh,
1 from 10.
And
what does that happen?
we're gonna get, I think, a penalty after the goal.
Yeah, we got a cross check after the goal.
So that is the nail in the coffin there, as Nantucket will get a man out on the goal, but then put a man back in on the cross check after the goal.
3-3, 1 minute, cross check, dead ball foul, and no face off.
Dead ball foul means he can't come out?
No, that means it was
face-off.
just scored after the penalty was after the goal, so there's no face-off. McVicker in the box for a minute here on a cross check.
So I can read my ad by saying this face-off is not brought to you by Harbor Fuel, because there's no face-off. Harbor Fuel out at 10 Airport Road. For fuel delivery, give them a call, 228-2411.
Hull back on the man advantage here. 5.5 now left in the game.
And I was almost ready to say Hull will be content without taking a shot on that power play, but there's an error. Let's see if Nantucket can take advantage of it. And they do. But the man became so wide open in front of the net, Jeremiah, that they...
That was a nice man-up play, though. They drew that up and ran it well. Got the shot they wanted. Got a flag on 17 now. He'll go off for some unnecessary business there with Burton now, away from the play.
Why do they stop the play? I don't understand why they stopped the play. Didn't we have the ball in possession?
Yeah, we got a cross check on number 17. That's Tyler Brown there, away from the play.
But we had possession. I don't understand why.
So he wasn't in the box.
He wasn't in the box. Okay, that
So
answers my
JT was
question.
asking him that there on the far side.
That answers my question on why they stopped play. But Nantucket still has the ball, and
Team's all even for 15 seconds.
They're even, and then they'll have a 45-second man-up situation. They need goals desperately, and they need them in a hurry.
So Duar with it now.
Nothing they can do is just keep shooting here now. It's the only way to get some goals is to shoot. They can't waste any time.
All right, Small out of the box now with the ball. Whalers man up.
Don't wait, don't wait.
They can't wait, no. They got to go right at them.
Shoot it.
So we're
they got to shoot. They
more
got
of
to
a sense of
shoot.
urgency here.
There
Here's
you go, let's put
Harnisfeger.
it.
You got to shoot the ball.
That's when you know you need to shoot lefty. You need a lefty.
So they've been a whole minute now without a shot. Small
There he
walks
goes.
in, shoots it wide.
Yeah. You can't wait now. You just got to shoot and hope you get the bounce. Hope you put it on net.
So Hull kills a minute penalty now. Nantucket still with the ball. Down 6.
Portion of this game brought to you by Nantucket Island Pharmacies. They're wasting too much time, but you got to credit the Hull defense. If you can hold a high-scoring team, I don't know what Nantucket's average on goals is, but it's certainly double digits. If you can hold a high-scoring team like this at home in a tournament game to 4 goals with less than 4 minutes to play, you have a good defense.
Burton shoots it wide. Gambroni with the backup.
Hey, Keisha. Some fans here showing up for the game from the past.
Burton now. Here's Harnisch-Feger.
Well, we got to do something very painful here in a few minutes, Jeremiah.
3 stars, you mean?
3 stars. It's always painful on a loss, and it's exceptionally painful today on a tournament loss.
I'm afraid I got 2 out of my 3 Hull players already, Dick.
2 of them? No. You can't take the easy way out. But you do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you.
So I got an illegal procedure there on the Whalers. Not sure what that call was about. 2.5 now left in the game. So it looks like the Hull Pirates going to advance to meet the winner of Hanover and Norwell on Wednesday night up in Marshfield.
Yeah, that's a feather in the hat of the Hull program. Coming in as a 12 seed, 8-8, and they'll find themselves in the semifinals, knocking off the 4 seed and the 5 seed. They're knocking off 2 teams, Jeremiah, that had a combined 35-3 record. That's a feather in your cap when you're an 8-8 team. But again, it's the competition you play during the year.
Right.
And we see that in other sports. We see it down the line. We've seen it in field hockey. We've seen it in basketball. When you get to the tournament play, the competition plays against you, even though you might have a fat record. Oh, I mentioned field hockey. Of all the teams, I think field hockey plays one of the toughest schedules.
They do. They play a lot of the big schools. They play
I said field hockey, but I'm
schools.
wrong in mentioning that. They play one of the toughest schedules of the teams. Well, we've seen in football, that's for sure, over the last 3 or 4 years. You got 3 stars, Jeremiah?
So a minute and a half. Let's summarize the scoring here for you. For the Whalers, Terrain Burton with 2. Lombardi with 1, and Small with 1. Gambroni and Harnisch-Feger with assist. No goals in the entire second half for the Whalers. 6-4 at halftime. Looks like the final score is going to be 10-6. Over on the Hull side, Christian Oliveri is your leading scorer with 4 goals, 1 assist. I've got Kyle Cooklands for 2 goals, Jack Iverson for 2 goals, and Joe Coffey for a goal, as well as Fern Barry. Barry with the 2 assists to go with his goal. Assists for Nolan and Hanlon as well. In the net, I've got Downey for 11 saves, and I've got Bodie Weber in the Hanover cage for the Hull cage, I'm sorry, for 6 saves.
Okay, my 3 stars. I'm going to give my number 3 star to Natty Davidson.
Oh, there you go.
Fighting.
Give Lombardi the goal there.
So Ben Lombardi gets a goal to go with his assist. And that narrows it to 10-5, but only 58 seconds left to go on this one. So as I was saying, Natty Davidson, my number 3 star. My number 2 star, going to go to the goalie, Keegan Downey. He kept the Whalers in there. He had some big saves. He made 1 error, which I sort of knocked him off from the 1 star with the 1 error he made, but a lot of big saves. And my number 1 star will go to Tyrone Burton there. The speed and the 2 goals today was pretty much most of the Whaler offense.
Well, I know as a Nantucket Public School employee that you're gonna bar me for life here for giving my stars over to the Hull Pirates, but I got to agree with you. I'm going to give Terrain Burton my number 3 star. His 2 goals. He did a great job in the clearing game. He was our best midfielder out there by far. I got to give my number 2 star to Keegan Downey, our keeper. I got him for 11 saves. Could have been a much worse score if it weren't for some of those big saves there in big situations. But my number 1 star for the game goes to Christian Oliveri from Hull. He's got 4 goals and an assist. He did really well controlling the ball and just a real leader on the field. So junior Christian Oliveri is my star of the game.
They're dancing. The Pirates are dancing in the streets up in Hull right now, Jeremiah.
Well,
you made their day.
Let's see how they do. They're going to face a tough team either on Hanover or Norwell on Wednesday night, but I wish them luck there the rest of the way.
Face-off coming up, brought to us by Cape Air, Nantucket Airlines, calling out for reservations, 228-6234.
Star with it now, nice face-off wind.
Ooh, and he put
That was a nice try.
the ball on net. That's what you had to do. That's what they should have been doing earlier. Get down and shoot.
Weber with another save. 36 seconds now left in the game. Star with the ball intercepted. Finds Harnischfeger. Harnischfeger takes it through X. Duart with it, looks to go right. Can't get the shot up, looks to turn back. Another save for Weber.
Yeah, he knew the shot was coming. He was just wondering when and where.
Got him for 9 saves. Weber with a nice game in the net there. Freshman keeper for Hull. Good job. 4, 3, 2, and that one's going to count. 9 from 16.
0.7 left in the game.
Give that goal to Hanlon. Ryan Hanlon assists to Jake Iverson to go with his 2 goals. So that's probably going to be your final score. Gino says 0.7 seconds left in the game.
That was insult there.
Oh, 7 seconds left in the game there.
0.7.
Is it? Sure is.
0.7 of a second.
11-5 the score on the field, and that's going to be your final score, ladies and gentlemen.
So Hull did not take the ball. Didn't take the ball, air out of the ball. They just kept coming at the Whalers, and they added a little insult at the end there. And they will advance to the semifinals with the 11-5 victory.
And that's your ball game. Final score on the field: the Hull Pirates 11, your Nantucket Whalers 5. And that's a wrap for Nantucket Whaler Sports TV on Channel 99 this year. Mr. Herman wrapping up his 35th year behind the microphone.
Is that right, 35?
Just seemed like yesterday. Just seemed like yesterday, Jeremiah. But it was a great spring season, and we congratulate the Whalers for finishing 18-4. It's always, as we say, hard to lose your final game of the year, but only one team doesn't lose their final game of the year. Hull came in here today. They had a plan. They stuck to it, and they played a good team game, and they took Nantucket's offense out of the game. The offense centered around JT, as you said. The other day, what did he have? 5 goals, 6 assists?
He had 6 goals and 4 assists for a 10-point game, and today he was held to only 1 assist. So I think I'm afraid to say the better team won today.
Oh, definitely.
Whalers had a great season, though. 18-4 is nothing to sneeze at. A lot of youngsters on the team looking to come back and keep the Whalers the top of the league next year. So
there's always next year. Wait till next year, as the saying goes. Famous war cry for the Red Sox. But this is the year, Jeremiah. They're going to go after those Houston.
This is the year for the Houston Astros, I'm afraid to tell you, Dick Herman.
Boston and Houston, you think, huh?
That's it. That's it. All right, so we thank Gino for doing the camera work today. Jeremiah for calling today's game. This is Dick Herman saying good night for Whaler Sports TV. And remember, put a smile on your face each and every day, even if you're laughing at yourself. Go Red Sox.
Go Astros.
Go Bears.
Yeah, baby. Never forget the Bears.
The Bears.